a lot to say. Sketches right here. Better way to display them. Today is October 5th and I'm still not 100% well. I still have a little bit of cough, but overall I'm doing fine, much better than the past few days. And I'm really sorry about the background noise. I actually ordered like a wireless mic today. I was torn between ordering Boya or the Mono one, so I ordered the Mono because I think it's really cute. And they got the white color. I think I just really need a nice mic with a really great noise cancelling feature, because there's a lot of like noise here. That's why I don't want to record anything like with my voice, and that's why I only do like captions before, although I really wanted to make these kind of videos because I have a lot to say. And yeah, I have a lot to say. There's sketches right here, so I'm just gonna make 5 to make it up for the last 5 days that I wasn't able to sculpt anything for myself. So yeah, this is not a new design. I designed this for like a art market that I joined, oh my god, last month, and it's a friend of Lilith. I still don't know what to name him though. I just like calling him Rocky because it's basically just a rock, but I want him a proper name. I'm just gonna ask my followers for that, but I haven't posted anything yet. He's the first to like sold out, so yeah, I'm gonna make him again and 5 of him, and I'm going to make a keychain of him with a log just to add another element, because you know it looks kind of boring just him. And this one is another bestseller. It's one of the first one to sold out. I call it the swamp plant. Yeah. I'm still terrible at naming things, so yeah, that's Lilith sleeping. This one is, yeah, you know it. And then this one is Froyo. It's a new design that I made because someone requested to have like frogs on the next shop update, so that's what I'm gonna do. I called him Froyo, and no, it's not the frozen yogurt, but I think Froyo is just really cute, you know. And then sitting on a rock with his mushroom friend, and if I've still got time, I'm gonna make these 2, maybe 2 of them, 2 of each. So yeah, that's a lot of talking.
If you're someone who loves art, someone who enjoys seeing or experiencing them, is it possible for you to describe how you appreciate them? What do you do when you see an art that you love? Or maybe you're someone who do art. You're an artist, a creative. What do you think are your grounds of determining if your art is being appreciated enough? How do you feel about being appreciated but not supported? Or being supported but not appreciated? Are you someone who's blessed enough to have both, or do you feel like you lack one of the two? I once heard Suga of BTS saying, "People consume music so quickly these days. They move on so fast and they forgot about you so quickly." And I don't even make music, so I don't know why I feel like I can relate so much to that. Until I remember that music is art, and art is being consumed so rapidly these days. Imagine working on something for countless of hours, pouring all yourself in doing that, both your mind and body working at the same time, while also problem solving real time. A lot of experiments, trial and error, stress and anxiety all at once. And then you finally get to put it out there. And then what? You post, you scroll, you see something you like, follow, maybe save, take a screenshot, and then scroll again. And then you go on your day just like that every day. Did you remember the last person you followed? The last post you liked? Or did you look back on that screenshot you had last night? When was the last time you visited your saves? How many seconds, minutes, or hours did you think you spent looking on a post or art you saw that you thought you liked so much? Is it the numbers of likes and shares, the value of how much that art is appreciated? Or are we all guilty? Or some of us are not? Let me ask you again. How do you know if you're appreciating something enough? How will you know if you or something you do is being appreciated? Let's say you like this K-pop idol so much, and you appreciate everything they do. Do you just watch videos of them and listen to their music and move on to the next? Or do you want to know what's the story behind their music, or the kind of message they're trying to convey? When you get the chance to face them, what will you do? Would you tell them how much you appreciate them, or ask everything you want to know more about them? Or maybe you're a fan of Ghibli. You like it so much because it's aesthetically pleasing to watch and to look at. Do you just buy their merch and display it somewhere in your room? Or do you try to apply the lessons the film has to your life, and maybe you want to know more about the man behind these films? When you start to appreciate someone in your life, isn't the first thing you want to do is to know more about them, about their story, to know about their past, be there to see what's going on in their present, and look forward to see more of their future? When do you think you appreciate people the most? Isn't it when you finally understand them? Isn't there a saying that you will appreciate your parents the most when you too became the parent, and understand how they're feeling, what they've been through, and the reasons they have? Or maybe when you fought with a good friend, isn't the first thing you do is to ask, why did you do this? How did this happen? You're mad at first, yes, but when you figure out that they have their reasons, especially reasons that they thought that they're doing it for you, or what they think is best for you and your friendship, don't you just appreciate them more than ever after finally understanding them? What do you think is the reason why there are books dedicated about people, events, and things that they think is important? Why do you think a biography exists? History books, encyclopedia, and such. Why do you think some people want to make it to the history books? Because some people are curious enough. Some people care enough. Because some people have questions and some people wanted to understand. Because knowing that someone is curious enough to read, see, or maybe ask the story behind what you do, how you do it, and why you did it is enough to make you feel like whatever your answer is gonna be, they might understand, they might appreciate, and they might love, or maybe more than that. So, how will you know if you're appreciating something enough? Be curious, ask questions, and understand.
Because of how cute this is. Like, can you see it? So in my sketch, I originally draw him with the white thingy detail on his stomach, but as you can see, his hands is a bit getting in the way, so that is a little bit challenging for me. So I might not do that on the next pieces or the next royal pieces, just for the sake of me not making it harder to paint on them, because it does take a while to paint them. So yeah, maybe simplicity is best for this one. These are so cute. I'm really excited for this one, especially when I first got the idea or the concept. But yeah, now I'm kind of regretting why I didn't make more of it. But I think I'm gonna sculpt 2 more to make it 5, and then I'm gonna save one for myself. Now that I'm finally done with the major process, all that's left for me to do is to assemble the hardware for these keychains. It's one of the process that I enjoy so much, and it may sound and look pretty boring to you because you just have to have pliers to each of your hands, twisting chains and stuff, but for me it's more than that. The final look of a keychain for me will rely on how you assemble the hardware, either the number of rings you'll use, how long it's gonna be. If there's multiple pieces, how will you attach the second piece or the third piece? Will you attach everything on one single chain or multiple chain? Which piece will be on the right side, the left side, or in the middle? There's only a couple styles you can do depending on how many pieces will be there in one keychain. And the more pieces, the more opportunity to try different styles. It's always fun to see the potentials from each style or look. And it's also fun to ask other people which style do they think looks best, and will you think the same and have the same preferences or not. So here you're seeing me trying to ask my boyfriend's opinion, and I think it's important to hear from someone with fresh eyes about their opinion, because they might see some details that you're not able to notice because of being exposed on it too much. But
If you got no one to ask for your opinion, I usually leave it alone for a few days, pretend it doesn't exist, and then come back to it. You might be able to see something that you weren't able to notice initially. Also, I just want to mention that when I was filming this, which was last October, I was planning to have my second shop update for Little More's 2-year anniversary, and I was originally challenging myself to sculpt every day and try to regain the motivation again because I got really burned out from the art market prep. It was worth it though, but still, it was pretty rough. Although I did manage to have the shop update before the year end, but I had it pretty late. It was December, so it was kind of 2 months late, but that's okay. I don't really know why I'm setting the standards too high for myself, but I guess it's also because I'm overestimating myself too much or most of the time. I guess we kind of have to fix that. And yeah. Okay, so we found a better way to display them to get a better picture. Because I've been sitting here arranging for a couple of minutes now, and yeah, this is what I came up with. And all that's left to do is to put the keychains here, remove this mess up here because I use these as the stands. If you can see here, like that. Oh shit! And switch up the light, and maybe add more lights later if ever I needed. So yeah. Okay, so we're adding this lamp over here to help put more lights, and most people would use natural light or sunlight for taking pictures, and it does well with their like whatever they're taking a picture of. But to me, I prefer using artificial lights because it's easier to manipulate, and you can just easily move to like where you think would help to make the picture look better or something. And another thing why I prefer artificial light over natural light is because my pieces are very shiny, as you can tell, and there are a lot of like reflections of the light you can see. When using natural light, it's harder to hide those reflections. For example, my character here, Moss, the most important detail about him is the eyes, and you don't really want that the light reflecting on the eyes, and usually light reflects on that part or like the middle part of the piece, so you don't really want that. And with artificial light, you could easily like remove it or just adjust the lighting depending on your preference, or to avoid the light reflecting on that detail. And yeah, it's just that there are specific parts of the pieces that you don't really want to cover. And also, this very yellowish light is literally part of my branding. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would understand or see that it is like part of my overall brand, and it's the aesthetic that I wanted to achieve for like my shop. So yeah.